Hey Plenty friends, welcome back to another new video. So today, well, there's a lot of things I want to film and get things done, but first thing first, I want to fix the backgrounds. So currently, I'm gonna show you guys the setup right now. These shelves, I want to move them, and also I'm gonna water some plants because this civil blue over here, or is it this one, is drying out so fast. So I got some prohibited Kool-Aid, aka some water with some fertilizer. And we're gonna go and water her some other plants that I have as well. But yeah, that's basically what we're gonna go do and today. Now I did end up going to Lowe's this morning and I saw a new shipment and I saw some really cool plants. I also had a Hoya, really cool to see at the big box stores. I know we're starting to see these more often, which is literally amazing. So I'm gonna insert the clip of going at Lowe's, like a little quick preview, because tomorrow I'm gonna go in the morning and film it and then post it tomorrow. So yeah, but I'm show you guys like a little quick preview on what they had. There's a Hoya, $13.98. My god, we have more shipments. I was hoping that they didn't have a shipment because I gotta go like really soon because I have a shipment coming through and they needed my signature. So I can't be here for too long, but y'all look. Sorry, I was taking a thumbnail. I came to get neem oil because I'm having a really bad infestation with bugs, but there's so many boxes and I just saw this as well. They got the money trees. Ooh, look at this begonia. She's so cute. I'm gonna come back later on once the guy comes over. But I'm gonna give you guys a quick little preview on what they have. But yeah, oh my god. Here's another Hoya. They know people love their Hoyas. This is so much fun. I love this so much. The begonias are so cute as well. Volcanoes. So cute. See? $14.98. Love that. So yeah, as you guys saw, they had so many cool different boxes. I think I also saw Begonia Maculata and the Ficus Tiniki, I think that's what you call it. Which honestly, I'm gonna purchase it because every time I go, I'm always just so memorized by its beautiful variegation. The reason why I don't get it is because one, I'm trying to get so many plants. I'm trying to limit on the plants that I buy because I need to learn how to maintain these girlies. I want to learn more about them, but it's hard because I really love buying plants and just building my collection. But at the same time, I need to slow down. So this month, I'm going to post a houseplant haul showing you all the new plants that I collected on June. It's going to be a little bit of plants because like I said, I'm not trying to buy as many plants right now, but I'm going to go and purchase that girly because she is really cute, really pretty, and I think it's an actual tree. I'm not so sure. I keep saying it's a beautiful begonia. It is doing so freaking good. This girly has been with me for a pretty long time, and this is the only begonia in these Costa Farm small pots that actually does really good in my hands. I also noticed that it's very easy it is easy to look after. It can actually handle staying dry compared to some other ones that literally drop leaves and turn very crispy. This one is pretty forgiving and this cute little I don't know what you call it, little planter, I guess you can say. But yeah, we're gonna go and move this girly, this shelf, and we're gonna put it para acá. And I was gonna do it on another video when I was doing some stuff, but I didn't like it. And even then, I also love how this was doing because some plants over here get some light, like this lipstick plant, this other Hoya, I think it's a pepperoni, I believe, and a lot of other plants that do enjoy a lot of light. But I actually prefer this kind of lighting to film, and lighting is really big on YouTube, as well as keeping my plants happy. But at the same time, they would still do pretty good over there in the back. I'm gonna put this money tree, since it doesn't have a grow light, I'm gonna go and place it in the windows, or right in front of this south facing window, because this is south facing. It's two windows. I got two little square windows over here which are east facing, and yeah, I got south facing and east facing. So many names. But yeah, we're gonna go and move these plants, and I guess I'm gonna go and show you guys some things that is going on with some of them. I still see a little bit of really bad foliage on some of them. I don't know why, I'm not so sure, and I am dealing with Mealybugs, which is honestly the worst. I've been dealing with them for almost already like 2 months, and it's just a little bit stressful that I'm dealing with this annoying pest. This Calatea ovifolia has a very little of Mealybug issues that I'm looking at it right now. So I'm gonna go and quarantine this girly, leave it over here in the window. It is pretty dry. She was so pretty. It's doing super good. She is pretty thirsty. Like I said, it's really dry with calatheas. That's literally a big no-no. But even then, when I water her, she's perfectly fine. I do lose a little bit of leaves, but I need to go and treat her. So the main reason why I was going to Lowe's today in the morning was because I needed to go and buy some neem oil. I was doing some research, watching a couple of videos and reading some articles on how to treat mealybugs and like how rubbing alcohol works with them, how neem oil does to them, and a lot of other stuff. But I ended up finding out that neem oil is pretty easy to do, which is why a lot of people talk about it. And even having this many plants, I still don't have neem oil. But it's because every time I go to Walmart or Lowe's, they never ever have neem oil. They have some other stuff, but I've rated them and it's not neem oil, you know what I'm saying? But so basically what that means is I'm gonna go to, a lot of these plants are really dry. I'm gonna go to Amazon.com and order some in there because I really needed some right now, and I don't want this mealybugs and like problems to spread. I am looking at them every single day. A lot of my plants, especially the plants that once infected, I look at the others and see how they're doing. Tricep Strumenti looking super cute. And I know you're supposed to be quarantining your plants when they're infested with some sort of pest, but that's a little bit hard because my entire apartment is filled with plants, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really just like leave this plant in the living room or in the room. The only place that I know is in the bathroom, but there is not a lot of light in the bathroom. Like there's literally no lights. So I'm just literally almost risking my entire collection getting infested. But like I said, I'm just staying on top of them as much as I can. And some of them has had them, and I just treat it by rinsing them off multiple times like throughout these days, and they are gone. But I also read that it heard that some mealybugs lay their eggs on the soil, so that's a little bit of a problem. So if I treat it on the foliage and they seem gone, there's probably still some in the soil that are gonna hatch, like the eggs or the larvae, I guess you can say, I don't know. So these girlies are getting very annoying, and it's kind of sad, but it all happens because I was not careful when I got a plant, and I learned my lesson the hard way. Whenever I have, sorry, I'm like living from the camera. Whenever I get a new plant, I should go and quarantine the plant. This one has a lot of sap. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not, it looks like white mealybugs, but it's just clear sap. It's very sticky. Holy crap. No, I just saw like one little mealybug on this shiny evergreen. So, I guess the title of this video is going to be rearranging my IKEA shelves and or reorganizing some plants / my entire collection is infested with mealybugs. But hey, we live and learn. Okay, this is all a learning lesson. So I'm definitely not going to be buying some plants because, well, I don't want to bring them to a home that's infested as of now. So I'm gonna go and purchase that neem oil, maybe like multiple bottles. I'm also gonna go to the store and buy some rubbing alcohol because I also know that rubbing alcohol kills them on contact. So I'm gonna go and be treating my collection every single, I would say I wish every single day, but that's not realistic. More like every other day. I'm going to be treating them with neem oil. If I see some on a plant, I'm going to go and rinse it off and clean it with some neem oil. And look at them. I'm gonna try to like check on them every single day for any visible mealybugs. And if I see some, I'll just get some rubbing alcohol in a cotton swab and just burn those little suckers. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and do that. A lot of my plants are really dry. You guys, I literally just watered these plants like 3 days ago. And it's just crazy how these are drying out so fast. This is my first year having a plant room. It's always like in the 70s, sometimes in the 80s. In this plant room, the humidity is like in the 50s and 60s. And I always have the fan on. I turned it off for this video because I don't want it to mess up with the audio. But I always have it on because there needs to be some airflow in here. You don't want to, because if there's no, winds or airflow, it promotes fungus or like just really, really bad things in plants, and it promotes pests as well. We don't want any more pests. But I'm learning that now I need to be watering my plants every other day at this point because they're literally dry. They feel so dry. But I can't just judge the book by its cover. I need to use the soil moisture meter to like double check and make sure that they're actually dry. Because sometimes on some of our plants, they seem a little bit dry. This is from my propagation, and it's very compact. We need to get repotted. It was a little experiment, but it's doing really, really good. So that's a good thing. I got a whole new snake plant for free, a bunch of babies, but I need to go and repot it because she's getting really, really root bound. Very, I guess that's how I can say it. This video's all over the place. I like film and speak about plants, but at the same time like checking on them and making sure I can walk by when I'm moving the shelves. But it's really, really sad that this is happening, but at the same time I'm kind of excited because now I have more of an excuse to spend more time with my plants because I gotta go and check up on them and clear them up. And it's kind of fun, not fun, but it's kind of, I guess, good you can say, because now I will become a little bit not wiser but more experienced. And I know some plants are more prone to mealybugs than others, and it'll be pretty interesting to see how these annoying pests react to my plants since they are unique and different. But I noticed that mealybugs really, really love plants that are really, really juicy, like philodendrons, like very, very thick leaves and stems. But that's just from what I noticed right now. But yeah, that plant shopping video, you guys, like not plant shopping video, but a little plant clip that you guys saw in the beginning of this video. They have a lot of really, really cool plants. I'm really, really excited to go tomorrow morning. I'm not a morning person at all, but I do want to see what they have. And my boyfriend needs his car in the morning because he goes to work. So that's why I can't go right now because he's using it for his job, to go to his job. But yes, I also got some new plants from a past plant shopping video that I posted on this channel, and there's some really, really cool plants. So super excited to show you guys on a updated, I guess, houseplant haul. All the new houseplants that I have purchased of June. One of them is one of my wishlist plants, and it makes me so happy that I finally got it. But yes, some catnip and some cat treats because my mom ended up going to Corpus, and my brothers came over and they bought the cat because they didn't want her to be alone. So I was babysitting Nico, which is the white cat, and I was giving her some catnip to like stay calm because catnip helps them relax. It's almost like weed, but it's not addicting. So if you're a cat person, you know what catnip is. They love the catnip. Alrighty, I guess you guys can see. I'm gonna get the tripod to get closer with y'all because I don't want the video to be too boring and one little spot, even though I know you guys do not mind, which I'm so grateful that I have like an amazing audience that doesn't need to be like editing like every single like 10 seconds. And I got my money tree. I am planning on posting an updated how I care for my money tree because it's been a while and I'm getting a lot of questions now. And she has grown a lot, and I want to show you guys how she has grown compared to the other video, which was like months, I think a year ago, I'm not so sure. But yes. I want to smother or my Brazil looks so good. She's so cute. Okay, now look at that, you guys. I love it. Okay, gonna get some lemonade. Delicious. Okay, so I got my prohibited Kool-Aid. By the way, this jarra is only used, and everybody from my family knows, and my boyfriend that lives here, just everybody that lives here knows this is only for the plants. The other ones are a little bit more shorter that we use for like Kool-Aid and stuff like that. So now I guess I'm gonna show you guys how I decorate or do my shelves. Let me see if you guys can get a better view. That's pretty good. So whenever I decorate with my houseplants, I always try to but I consider lighting. It's very important for me to like make sure that the plants are getting the minimum light that they require. So I love plants that are low light because they can, you know, handle more low light conditions. So my tri-size Tremanti is gonna go at the top because she's really tall and she's not gonna fit in like the middle of these tiers, I guess you can say. And also my Chinese evergreen, which is infested with some mealybugs, so I'm gonna put her to the side and rinse her off in the restroom. Well, first I'm gonna go and burn off the I say burn off, but I'm gonna go and I guess kill the mealybugs with some rubbing alcohol, and then I'm gonna go and rinse her off. As I'm moving these plants to these shelves, I'm also inspecting and making sure there is no more pests on them, because we do not want more pests. Here's my Stable Blue that I have purchased a while back for 14 something like I guess like $16 including tax at Walmart. A lot of people are starting to find Stable Blues in their big box stores, which makes me really happy. I use this other pot with no drainage holes as my little trash can. That's where I put all the dead leaves whenever I clean plants. It's nice to have around. But the reason why this one has a lot of yellow leaves is because improper watering. If you know me, you know I underwater my plants a lot, and the seasons has changed a lot, and the temperature in this room has increased by a lot since now we're in summer. And I'm learning that since there's no AC central, because I covered the vents with tape, so there's no cold air coming into the plant room. I do open the windows time and time to get some fresh air in here, but it's always hot in this room and the fan is always on, so it dries out the plants even faster. So I'm learning, I guess you can say, how these plants dry out, because I don't go based off schedules. And look, I'm gonna go and show you a little mealybug problem. Do y'all see that? I don't know if that's a cluster or something like that, but I know those are mealybugs. So I'm gonna go and get mine. I'm gonna get some rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip and burn that thing off. Alrighty, so here is some rubbing alcohol, or I call it rubbing alcohol, but it says that's the name. It's 50%. Honestly, this is really diluted. I dilute it with water, like I put 50% of this and 50% of water, and it's already really diluted. And I put it in a spray bottle and I was spraying a lot of my plants. I'm like experimenting and trying out some ways that I'm reading online how to remove these mealybugs. And that was one way that she said. Also with dish soap, but I didn't want to use dish soap because I don't know how that works. But I read that dish soap suffocates the mealybugs. I don't know how that works, but I'm gonna make a mixture of that as well. Dabbing it, soaking that in. I don't know if you call these cotton swabs. I call them cotton swabs. It's for the ears. Just over here. I poured way too much in that little thing. And then we're gonna go and burn it. It's pretty satisfying. You can also like see the blood. Can y'all see that? It's not really focusing that good, but it's already gone. And that's a good thing. I'm gonna drop it in the thingy. Gonna check the entire plant for any more little visible mealybugs that I can find. Yo, this is crazy. Yeah, I kept telling myself like it's fine, like it will just go away by itself. Or spraying it with this bottle that I bought at Lowe's would solve the problem, but nope. I was ignorant and I wasn't really taking this very seriously, but and now I'm paying for it. It's all good though. Cool. I don't see any more visible mealybugs. I'm pretty sure there's some like in here Bolivia, but as of now I don't see any. And she already took off all the dead foliage. Do I want it there? No, I don't. That tri-size Tremanti needs to get a good trim. She has a lot of dead foliage on her, but I'm gonna do that off the camera down the line. Okay, so I wasn't gonna go and I was gonna kill the bugs in this one and then rinse her off, but no, because I'm seeing some sap and it's freaking me out. Okay, what's next? What else do I have? Okay, we have a one peperonia. See, it gets harder because a lot of these plants, I know they love lights, and it gets me a little bit sad that I'm gonna put it like in a little spot like this, which even then they would do perfectly fine, but in my head, I feel like I'm putting them in a cave and that makes me kind of sad. So I guess we can start with this little girl. I also tried to like make it look nice, like make it look like nice and like bushy, like nice full of plants, but at the same time not so overwhelming because that can get a little bit too much sometimes. I'm gonna remove the dead foliage. I couldn't find my scissors. I'm gonna go use my fingers. Okay, this one's doing good. This is my favorite Smaranta. She's doing so good. Super, super good. I'm gonna put it over here so she can handle the light conditions. And then this Birkins, well, when I bought it, I said Birkins, but it's reverting back. Gonna go, as you guys can see. This is the front, this is the back, it's following the lights. Makes me a little bit sad. So I'm gonna put it in the opposite direction, which doesn't look cute like that, but it's gonna help it keep it even, which is what we want. And watermelon peperonia, it honestly requires so much light. Whenever I don't give enough light, it gets very like nasty. And I don't have a spot I can give it enough light. Oh, this, the bottom over here on this shelf is getting a little bit of grow light, and that should be enough light for her. You guys saw that, like right there at the bottom of that shelf. Okay, what else do we have? We have some snake plants, which are great, but some of them were in the dark, and I want them to like get a little bit more lights because this is my Moonshine Sansevieria. She was in the dark and she was turning green, which is supposed to be in a little bit more of a gray, like this beautiful like gray color. I don't know if it's gray. It's like a gray and green, like very light. And when it doesn't get enough light, it turns green, as you guys can see. But the more that you give it, it does this. But the sad thing about this is this would never turn to this color again, ever. Which is sad. So this one always needs constant, good amount of light to make it look very, very beautiful. And she would do perfectly fine into look like in that spot, but she's gonna live, but she's not gonna look so pretty. And I'm gonna place her in this window. My south-facing window, which does get direct light, but it's like morning direct light, which is not so intense. So that's perfectly fine. I'm going to get my variegated lipstick plant, which has been through a lot, and now that she's in a saucer, I can water her more easily. And she's also dry. I literally soaked this girl, like the entire saucer, with a lot of water. Now she is so dry. I'm going to place her over here. I also like love decorating my plants. Like, I love leaving plants to like throw down in some spots. I think it looks really, really nice. Here is my variegated peperonia, bone dry as well. And I'm gonna place it in the back. See, it looks pretty good. You guys cannot, I'll give you guys some close-ups on how it looks. But you also wanna like mess with leveling, I guess you can say. I'm not really smart with these terms, okay? I just know I know how I like to decorate my plants. Wait. Here is a green Maranta, and this is another OG plant that I had for a while. I want to place her, honestly, in the bottom. I think that's fine. She looks pretty good. Okay, then my Scandapsus, my very sad Scandapsus. Then I'm gonna place her over here. As you can see, that beautiful variegation, eye level. And then my favorite plants that I just got from Walmart.com. It's a really, really interesting one. It's a new one from the Trendy Chocolate Goods collection. This one does need a lot of light. I don't know. I read that it prefers to be like in low to medium light, but judging by the leaves how they're super dark, I know that it needs a little bit more lights to photosynthesize. So I'm gonna move some plants from this shelf that are pretty low light conditions. Honestly, I can move this one. Put this one over here. This is my red Maranta, which is honestly, some of these are starting to curl. It could be watering, or it could be a pest problem. I don't see no pests, no mealybugs, no scale. So, oh, I think, okay, I know what it is. So a while back I was cleaning my plants and I took some cuttings and I put it back in the plants. So I was chopping some cuttings from the plants and I put it back in the soil so it can get more full. And whenever I do that, I forgot they need to make sure the pots or the soil is always moist to speed up the propagation process, or to make the plants a lot more happier. I don't want to put it too much on the same spot. This is fine. But I do need to water her. She can't be dry. Okay, I have my other Calathea. This one that was infested. I think it was spider mites. And I've been treating her every single time I look at her. And look at that. That is a Mealybug. So I'm gonna go and burn this guy and any other Mealybug that I can find on the plant. Yo, I'm like itching, like this makes me like disgusted. So I need to show y'all what's happening. You guys can see it right there. So you guys can see, damn, it's not picking it up, it's too bright. But it gives it like a mocha color. That's how you know you killed it. Anything else? Here's another one. Okay, I thought it was spider mites, but it was no mealybugs. Here, that guy is gone. Here is another one. Okay. Yo, I'm gonna go and order that neem oil because this is insane. Hold on, I'll show you guys in a bit a better close up on how this looks. Okay. Can you see that? It's way too bright, but mealybugs, so freaking annoying. Okay, what is next? I have my Addisoniae that I got at Home Depot for like $14, I believe. It's pretty crazy. To, oh yeah, I love how that looks. Looking super good. Gonna get my white Calathea Fusion. This is how the back was. This is the front. And there's mealybugs in this one as well. Holy crap, you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys can tell how like my energy is going down right now. This is all my fault. So that's just a reminder for y'all. And you guys can see it's over here. That little white thing. To check on your plants. Because is that one? No, that's just a little leaf. Okay. I'm gonna place it back up in my collection, which I know is a huge no-no. But y'all, like, my entire collection is infested at this point. I need to treat it like it's all infested. So I'm gonna just keep watering them. Whatever I see, I'm gonna go ahead and burn them. And this video is getting super freaking long. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up off the camera and show you guys the end results, how it looks. And then I'm gonna go and burn some of the mealybugs on this plant, the Chinese evergreen, on the Aglaumenia, and then rinse her off. Order some neem oil, and then when the neem oil arrives, we're gonna go ahead and do a nice little cleanup on all these plants. This is so sad. Honestly, I was debating to my boo-boo. I was talking to him and I was like, I'm kind of debating on buying some ladybugs because I know ladybugs eat those annoying pests that we know of, like Mealybugs. And he said he's done with it. And I was like, yeah, you know, like I think it'll be pretty cool to have some really cute Mealybugs in the plant room, and just making it as like a natural way to get rid of pests. I know they also take care of other pest problems, and I'm also aware they're gonna reproduce and stuff like that. So I'll have the windows open once I see like everything's fine and under control. But I need to read more articles and websites on where I should buy ladybugs and the pros and the cons of having ladybugs in your plant collection. From what I heard, I hear a lot more pros than cons. So that's very motivating to purchase some ladybugs. But honestly, debating on getting Mealybugs, you guys, because like those guys literally get to like every single leaf, and that's exactly what I need. I can't believe I'm debating on buying some ladybugs. But I'll do it once I decide, like I'm for sure gonna go and purchase some. Here I am. I was gonna do this off camera, but it's whatever. It's fine. This Sansevieria Fernwood on the third, I guess fourth shelf, or the third piece of glass, whatever. It's in the bottom shelf, because it's low light tolerant, so you can tolerate low light conditions. It's not gonna dry, but it's gonna do perfectly okay. And this is my Chinese money plant, and because she is so tall, I'm gonna put her in the back. That looks so good. I love the way it looks. Some plants don't look good because they need to get watered, but other than that, it looks really good. And honestly, I think I'm done. There's some, like a couple plants on the floor, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I'll rearrange those somewhere else. So I'm gonna show you guys how it looks close up. This is how it looks with some better lighting. I think it looks a lot more nicer. The bottom, I like to use it for some plants, but to put like my stuff, pots, saucers, and I still have to go and water some plants. That silver blue in the back needs water. I think when I was repotting her roots were so big and just full of roots, and I gave her like a bigger pot, but she's still drying out a lot faster. And I think it has to do with oh crap, this got tangled up. I think it has to do because it has more roots. It's crazy how it's drying out super fast. Like, I don't know, like for example, this Addisonia right over here was watered last week, and she is not thirsty. She is doing super good. And also this asparagus fern got watered last week, and this silver blue got watered 3 days ago or 2 days ago, and now she is bone dry, like dry. So need to go check on that. And here are some Mykin's propagations updates for y'all. It's putting out cute little new leaves, makes me super happy. Monstera Peru is also still putting out new leaves. And Trader Scantia that we reported a while back is also doing really good. But yeah, you guys, this is basically how it looks. The video got way too long, so I have to end it over here. Gonna go and put this money tree para acá, and you guys will see the finished product when I do a houseplant tour, which will be pretty soon. So if you do not want to miss that, make sure you subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me on today's new upload. Sending positive vibes to each and every single one of you guys, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.